A lot of you have been asking about workouts and exercises that you could do in your own home while still being effective enough to get you to lose weight and body fat. So today I want to go over the 10 most effective exercises for weight loss that you could do right in your own living room. The exercises that I will go over today requires no equipment. And the reason why they're more effective than others is because they're going to work multiple joints and muscle groups at the same time, and they're gonna get your heart rate and your breathing rate way up. You can combine all of these exercises into one workout simply by using on and off intervals. The training style that I recommend for this type of workout is short intervals. 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off, then repeat each exercise for 8 rounds before taking a minute break and moving on to the next. Training in a high-intensity way like this will allow you to burn more calories in a shorter amount of time. Before I jump into the first one, I do have to state the obvious, and that's the fact that if you want to lose weight or burn fat, you have to make sure that you're keeping it very clean in the kitchen. These aren't magical exercises that will somehow counterbalance eating junks every day. But, by doing this workout a couple times a week and watching what you eat, I'm sure that you will lose weight and body fat with these exercises. Let's start with number 1. It's a combination of jumping jacks and burpees. Burpees are by far one of the most effective exercises to get your heart rate up, while also working your upper and your lower body. Most people know how to do this. A jumping jack starts by standing straight up, then jump your feet out and raise your arms over your head. And you're going to do that 5 times. Then you would perform the burpee by bending your back and lowering yourself down to the ground. As you place your hands on the floor. Next you're going to jump your feet out, and get into a push-up position. Lower yourself down for the push-up, then hop your feet back in, and jump up. If this is too advanced for you, you can walk your feet out. 1 foot at a time instead of hopping. Regardless of whether you're a beginner or advanced, the sequence is 5 jumping jacks and 1 burpee. 5 jumping jacks and 1 burpee back and forth. Next, we have the mountain climb sit-through drill. For this one, you're going to perform 4 mountain climbers for every 2 sit-throughs. Most people know how to do mountain climbs. These are the same mountain climbers that you've probably done in gym class. Every time that you hop one of your knees up to your chest, it counts as 1. So you shuffle your feet 4 times and then you do 2 sit-throughs. The sit-through is done by starting in a push-up position, then lifting one hand off the ground, and your opposite leg off the ground. Bring your hand up to your head and kick your opposite leg through as you turn your hips and your body enough for your butt to barely tap the ground. Then return back to the push-up position and repeat for the other side. Once you're done with those 2 sit-throughs, go right back to mountain climbs. Next is the plyo step-up. This one is not only great for your footwork, balance, and coordination, but it's also a great exercise to burn a bunch of calories. All you need is a step below knee level. You can use a low chair or even the bottom stair ledge in your house. Start with 1 foot on the platform, put your weight on that foot and jump up as you switch your feet. Do this back and forth, repeating for the full time. I know it doesn't look like much, but like I said before, you will be breathing heavy after doing this one for 20 seconds straight, and especially after 8 rounds. If you have knee problems and can't jump up and down, you can just alternate stepping up side to side. Moving on to exercise number 4. The Spider-Man push-up. This one does require a lot of upper body strength, so if you're a beginner just stick to regular push-ups. Or you can also do push-ups on your knees if regular push-ups are too hard. The key with all of these exercises is to perform the exercise in the most intense way that you can and then regress as it gets harder. So you can start by doing a couple reps of the Spider-Man push-ups, and then when it gets too hard do regular push-ups, and finally when you start to fail and give out with those you can drop to your knees for a few more forced reps. But the Spider-Man push-up is done by simply starting in a push-up position, and then as you come down for a push-up bring one knee up to your elbow. Then come back up and repeat on the other side back and forth. For the next exercise, we are bringing back the burpee again. But this time, instead of doing jumping jack, we're combining it with split squat jumps. Start standing straight up and then jump into a lunge position. When in the lunge position, Make sure your front knee is not going over your toes and you want your legs far apart to create what looks like a box shape. Then you want to jump and switch your front and back foot. You only do this twice and then you go right into a burpee, which is done the same way as before. Next we have toe taps, which is another great foot walk exercise that will help you burn a lot of calories. You can use a basketball or any object about the height of a basketball. You can also use the bottom stair ledge like I recommended for the step-ups. For regular step-up, you drive your weight forward, whereas, for this one, you want to stand straight up and lean back a little. And then alternate between tapping one foot, and the other on top of the ball or the step that you're using. Exercise number 7, is a tough one. So if you can't do it, don't worry, I'm gonna give you guys a regression. It's called, the Commando Full Body Jack. Once again, you're gonna start in a push-up position, then you're gonna lower yourself down to one elbow and then the other. And then alternate and come up on one hand and return to that push-up position. Then finally, for the push-up position, jump your feet and hands out wide like you're doing horizontal jumping jack, and jump back in. Then repeat the entire movement from the elbows to the ground and then jump your feet and hands out wide like jumping jacks and then back in. Like I said earlier, this exercise is advanced. If you're a beginner you can just plank walk, where you lower your elbows alternatively and go into the push-up position. For the next exercise, we are going to give you a round to recover, by working the core with sprinter sit-ups. Start by lying flat on your back and keep your eyes and chin towards the ceiling. Then crunch up with your elbows bent and bring your position leg up as well. This is different from a regular sit-up. Most of you should be able to do this exercise with no problem. Moving on. We just have 2 more to go. Number 9, we have squat thrusts, which is one of those exercises that doesn't look like much but you'd definitely feel winded and exhausted by the end of the rounds. To perform this exercise, start in a push-up position and jump your knees into your chest as if you're about to stand up after doing a burpee. Then jump your feet back out into a push-up position and repeat again and again. For the final exercise, I want you to do sumo goblet squat purls. Start by spreading your feet wider than your shoulders and rotate your feet out at 45-degree angles. When squatting down, make sure you sit your hips back and stand your heels. And don't allow your knees to cross over your toes. Get nice and low at about a 90-degree squat and then come back up. But only halfway up before going back down. Due to the fact that you never get to fully lock your legs out during the exercise, you'll definitely be feeling a serious burn. Try to push yourself to work through it. Again, if you want to combine all of these exercises, simply do it with on and off intervals. 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. Then repeat each exercise for 8 rounds before taking a minute break, then moving on to the next. That's it guys. I really hope this video has helped you out. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to see more helpful videos just like this one. Also there is a great product I'll love you to try it. It has been very effective for those of you longing to lose weight and also for those dying to get that muscle up. Check for the link in the description. Kindly let us know your feedback from the product when you use it. Bye.